Hi guys, it's Oz here, and this is a departure from my usual Let's Play material because today we're going to be looking at something called the Victory Monument, of course. It's popularized by the wonderful man himself, Vechs, creator and author of the Super Hostile series of Minecraft survival maps. I'm a big fan of them, and I had a look at his Victory Monument the other day, and I thought, with all the changes that have come in 1.4, we can put a few things in here and make it bigger and better than ever. So welcome to what I want to call the Victory Monument 2.0. Now, the design isn't too drastically different from what we stick with in Vechs's maps. You've got your glass and obsidian and your glowstone and everything. Of course, this is running mostly from memory, so if you are watching, I'm a big fan, hit me up sometime, but in all honesty, I do apologize if this is a bit off. Now, with the original Victory Monument, you place the block, and you go basically off site to see what you've got to go, etc., etc. And then at the end, you win. And that's basically it. But with all the stuff in 1.4, we've got our command blocks, we've got our redstone repeat locking mechanisms, everything like that. We can actually go one step further and add some interactivity to the Victory Monument. So let's take a look backstage at the wiring. Now, of course, this is a mechanical step up from Vechs's original Victory Monument in that it actually has redstone in it. But what we have here are 20 cells worth of bud switches. Now, these are not your typical bud switch, whereas your typical bud switch is resettable to provide repetition of the mechanism. These are one use only. So, they're like most things you find on the internet, they're only good for one use. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to wire that up real quick. So we want to place our piston, torch, repeater, and a power source to create the bud circuit. Of course, the bud circuit is an incomplete circuit, and that's it. That's all you have to do to make the circuit that I'm using in here, the bud switch. Now, like I said, it is non-repeatable. So, bam, it'll extend, it won't retract, so that way you have a permanent power source being provided. Say that 5 times really quick. Of course, you could use a regular piston. I have pistons, sticky pistons in my hotbar because this was not the original design I had. I had to do some tinkering around when a few of my ideas backfired on me. Of course, here destroying the block does nothing. It still stays in place. Now, apart from the power source that we provide for the bud circuit, this is a one-wide cell, so we can use it side by side, and this is 20 long. So we have 20 of these one-use bud switches. Of course, the circuit only goes 15 long in redstone, so we have to provide another torch on this end, but it really makes no difference apart from providing the power for the last 5 cells. Okay, so with that done, we can move on to the specifics. So we have to place our block here so that way we can keep the power one way and then provide it up as well. So this is cell 1, which we get once we place the white wool. Now, the white wool is the unique cell in this build. Cells 2 through 20 are identical. Because cell 1, I figure it's the white wool, it's the beginning of the journey. You pretty much always would place the white wool first, if not always. And so that is going to be the engine through which we have our circuit. So, let me just pull out some white wool. Oops, don't want to get rid of that one. Now, when you place the white wool, the bud activates, the circuit goes through, we have our power. It powers this command block, which will provide us with a message saying, you placed the white wool. Of course, these are all unique to the color of wool that is provided on the sign on the front side. So if we were to trip this one, light blue wool, this command block back here says, you placed the light blue wool. And so block 1, of course, once this is activated, let's just have a look. Boom, there you go, you placed the white wool, there it is, it comes up, and now we have a circuit power here. Now these 19 cells 2 through 20 make use of the new redstone locking mechanism. These are 19 locks, basically, that prevent the white wool circuit from reaching the end and triggering this last command block. Okay, so once you activate the bud switch on the other 19, on any of the other 19, it activates This redstone repeater powers the command block, deactivates this redstone repeater here, which then unlocks the redstone repeater in this circuit here, allowing the charge to travel into the next repeater, and so on and so forth until we get all the way down to the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Alright, so what's the next one we have to do? Let's activate the orange wool and have a look. There you go. You place the orange wool. This is powered. This can't be reset, of course, so you don't have to worry about this circuit not working. Redstone repeater deactivated. This redstone repeater activated. The charge has been allowed to go through, and now we're up to the next one. Of course, the good thing about this circuit here is that you can do it in any order you want. It doesn't matter whether you start at the white wool or you finish with the white wool. Of course, the notion that the white wool is the first one is really the only reason that this is powered like this. I could have always had a circuit starting here and just providing power like that, and this would be another lock. That's just a continuity thing, I guess you could call it. So we could activate the grey wool and the light grey wool. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's activate the grey wool and the light grey wool. There we go. You place the grey wool. This one is unlocked. Of course, we have no charge because we have 5 more locks in place before it. But once these get unlocked, the charge will still pass through unimpeded. So place the white wool. Not the white wool, the light grey wool. You place the light grey wool. Message comes up. Perfect as always. And now this is free for the charge to move through it once it reaches the grey wool, passes through, light grey wool, and then passes on. And then all the way through to the end, let's just have a look at what that would look like. What do we need? We need our magenta wool. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's have a look. You place the magenta wool, the light blue, the yellow, the lime, and the pink. It works! So let's just go through and finish off this entire affair. Now, of course, this system is vulnerable to the same limitations as anything in the Vechs Super Hostile series, in that if you are dishonest, there's nothing really stopping you from putting the cyan wool in place of the blue wool or whatever. There we go. Messages are popping up without fail. It's perfect, it's beautiful, it's fine and dandy. Alright, now for the last 4, we have our iron block, our gold block, our diamond block, and our emerald block, which will give us the full 20. 1, 2, 3. Now if we have a look backstage at the wiring, you'll see that the redstone has made its way all the way to the end. There is just one lock remaining between the circuit and the finish. Now at this point, of course, you're pretty much at the end of it. You've got 19 out of 20. This little emerald block here is all that stands between you and the end of the map. Now, in days gone by, you would place it and then you'd say, okay, we're done, fantastic. This time though, someone can tell you that for you. So let's place the emerald block and see what happens. You've placed the emerald block. Congratulations, you have completed the victory monument. There you go. We have some interactivity in the game now. It's fantastic, I think. I think it has a lot of potential to be used in pretty much any map that uses a victory monument from now on. And as before, Vechs, if by some miracle of chance you are watching this and wondering what to do, give it a try. I guess is all I can say. I think it could really benefit the maps. Just adds a little bit of a nuance to it, I guess you could say. But anyways, that's all for this video. I guess you could call it my first Minecraft tutorial video. This has been the Victory Monument 2.0. I've been Oz. You have been wonderful. Thank you for watching. It's ciao for now.